and welcome to KILIMO High. In this week's edition of KILIMO High, we proceed with date farming from Kutch Kibwezi farm, which is a follow-up of last week's edition. Our guest tonight is the owner of the date farm in Masongaleni, Mr. Ramesh Goresia, who will tell us more about date farming, its challenges, and more so, the benefits of this fruit from the desert. Welcome, Mr. Ramesh Goresia, to Al Huda TV. The program is KILIMO High. I'll ask you about who Ramesh Goresia is and what he does.
My name is Ramesh Goresia. I'm a businessman. I'm also a politician. I do several types of business, like I do farming. I mean also real estate and construction industries as well.
We understand you are a prominent businessman, both in Kenya and in India. Please tell us more about the businesses that you do.
More we specialize on farming and construction and real estate, build houses and sell.
Apart from business and politics, you are also a farmer. Tell us more about your farming.
Well, farming is like in our family. So I grew in a farm and then we continue with the farming as we do other businesses.
Okay, so when did you start the farming?
Okay, in India it's been there with my grandparents and all, father, and continue. But here we just started 3 years ago.
Against all odds, you decided to venture in date farming, which is, I understand, is around Kibwezi. Could you tell us something about the date farming?
The date farming is a very unique kind of farming. It needs a certain weather to it to survive. It does not grow everywhere. Even if it grows, the trees will come out, but you will not get the fruits from there. It needs a hot weather, and so a certain temperature should be required.
I think now the climate here in Masongaleni, especially Masongaleni, is somehow similar to the one in Saudi Arabia where this plant is grown. Because it is only in Kenya, here in Masongaleni, where we have dates. Others are in Embu. Embu, we have some, but they don't do well as the ones which we have here. So the climate here favors the growing of dates because they don't want cold temperature, nor they don't need high temperature. They need around moderate. And the soil should be stony soil. They don't need deep soil.
What motivated you to do date farming?
I think it's our culture. And like in India, we are like a lot of people, we eat fresh dates. Like our community, which is here about 15,000 people. So most of these dates is consumed by them and then other people. I know Muslims, they consume the date but not the fresh date. They consume the one which is dried completely and then you eat. But I think they should also try eating this as well and see the difference.
So what advice would you give to other farmers who would like probably maybe to venture in date farming or maybe other farming?
Well, especially if they want to venture into the farming, date farming, they should try with few trees. They should not just jump into it. If this weather is okay, they get a knowledge because this date farming is not like a simple farming. It has also, you need to coordinate with the flower. There's a male and female. It's not only you get a female. If you don't coordinate, then you will not get fruits.
We have female dates and the male dates. The male dates start flowering first than the female. Then people cut the flowers, remove the pollinating grains, preserve to wait for the flowers for the female. Female ones flower later. After the female ones produces flowers, Now the foreign grain is taken, then people just drop the foreign grains to the female flower. That's what I said, it is done by human beings. So the pollination is done by people. It is not done by bees or wind. So it is done by people. The female one cannot produce dates unless the foreign grain is brought there by a person. So we cannot rely on bees or wind or another agent. So we can say the agent of pollination in dates is human beings. Now this bunch of dates has started ripening. Imeanza kuwa tayari kidogo. That's why we have covered the bunch with polythene paper to protect it from being spoiled by sun and also from birds, and it might rain anytime. So when the bunch is ready for ripening, it does not need direct contact with rain. So we normally use these papers to protect the bunch from being spoiled by the sun, by the rain, and also birds. When you don't protect it with these papers, you will harvest nothing. Your harvest will have a lot of spots due to sunburn, and the days will be spoiled by birds.
What is your market supply of the dates that you're producing?
Well, we produce every year like about 12 tons. We sell locally here. We send it to Uganda. We send it to Tanzania. So it's like East African market. But mainly it's eaten right now is Indian community. So that is the market right now we are working on. But we are planning to extend this market. I think last year we got some Muslim came to farm and then they actually took it and they liked it. We're also doing the honey out of it, which is basically you can take like a normal honey, and it has more calories than the normal honey.
Maybe you can tell us a bit about some of the challenges that you face as a date farmer.
Well, like if you look at the Kibwezi area, it's a dry area. So a lot of resources you require to pump the water from the river to that place. So, and it is a lot of water. At least you have to put once in a week the water while at the time of actually when the fruits are there, and it needs good maintenance. And especially I think Kambani area, the problem is neglected area, like there is no much support from the government. Even when you fetch the water from the river, the Burma will ask you to pay them. Whereas I believe the government should support, at least bring the electricity to the areas, and so that people can able to use pumping without diesel and all other things. Although us we are using partly turbines, which is run by the water, but that can only do well when there is a lot of flow from the river. If there is no flow, you have to use the diesel. And then other things with the date farming, the pollination has to be done on time. If you don't do it on time, then you will not get the fruits. And then also seedlings of the dates is also not easy to get, first of all. And I think ours was imported from Jordan. So it's not that it's okay. You can grow the tree, but you don't get the quality. You can grow the tree even with the normal seeds. If you put your seed, you will get a tree, but you not get the quality you want for the market to be consumed.
Maybe would you have something to share with the viewers, maybe to do with farming, just to expound a bit on what we have just discussed?
Well, the farming is something you need to be personally involved. It's not something you leave it to management and you will do better in that. So you only get into farming if you have time for it and you're really keen to be a farmer. Farmer is a hard work. So if you're not keen doing hard work, then you rather not do it.
Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure having you.
Thank you very much. So let's hope that people will start consuming the dates and try. Right now the season is on and people can try. We normally have it in many shops, especially in Westlands and Parkland area. Like Fruity Fruits is there. You can get it in corner shop. So few shops they are there, and then also in the market we also take it. So whoever is interested to sell and also or consume for themselves. The honey is available in the supermarket. We are supplying to the supermarkets. It's a very good honey. It's a different taste, but very, especially it's good for children who are weak. It can strengthen them.
Kutch Kibwezi farm is mainly known for its date farming, which is not found anywhere else in Kenya, producing about 12 tons per year. But very little is known about the apple mangoes and a rare variety of fixed oranges which are found only at the farm.
In this episode, we're not going to talk about date farming, but we will focus on the farming of other produce which are grown on the 400-acre farm, which includes mangoes, oranges, sweet bananas, and others. Part of the 400-acre Kutch Kibwezi farm is 50 acres of apple mango plantation, which is also the second income earner after dates. The area has about 10,000 grafted apple mango trees, producing about 7 to 8 tons of apple mangoes in a season.
Here in Kutch Kibwezi farm, we have about 10,000 trees of apple mango, which covers almost 50 tons. Oh, not 50 tons, 50 acres. Our harvest every year, we normally expect 7 to 8 tons one season. And here, because we depend on irrigation, we don't depend on the rain, we have got 2 harvesting seasons. The main one starts around September, October, November, and December. That's the main one. We have another one we call off-season, which does not have so many mangoes, but at least we harvest almost 10 tons. That's during the month of July and August. So we have some mango trees which flowers as from April, May, June. Then in July, August we harvest. That's what we call off-season. During that period, that is July, August, I think in Kenya, there is no anywhere we have apple mangoes. And although we have small amount of mangoes, that's where now we fetch a lot of money during that off-season. Because during the main season, we face competition from other farmers who depend on the rain. So that's why we depend much on off-season.
Apple mango farming is one of the biggest and reliable cash crop in the eastern region of Makueni, Machakos, and Kitui, producing 3/4 of apple mangoes supplied in the local market and also for export.
Now this farming of apple mangoes is becoming commercial, especially in Ukambani, especially in Makueni. Many farmers have invested in mango farming.
But despite the favoring climatic weather conditions for mango farming, the farmers are faced by many challenges for their crops, including pests, wildlife invasion, and inadequate water for irrigation.
And apple mango tree needs water. It needs also chemicals, because in Makueni we have a lot of pests and diseases. It is also a challenge. Disease and pests are a challenge in mango farming. And if you play about not giving the plant enough protection, you will harvest nothing. The other challenge is about the wildlife. For example, in Masongaleni zone, live about pests and diseases, wildlife, that is elephant are threat, turtle threat. Another challenge is about water. The farmers who depend on irrigation. You know, in Ukambani we have only river Hath, which is permanent. So the farmers who are along river Hath are also facing a challenge because of water. We don't have enough water. The government is also taxing high on water usage. Now, for example, we have acres with different trees with different ages. A mango tree produces best between third year and the 7th year. That one will give you enough produce. From 7th year, the production goes down because the trees have become hard. After harvesting, that's what we call pruning. You can see now these ones have been cut here. The branches are cut to start sprouting new branches which look as young ones. Then after pruning, you boost the tree with fertilizer known as DAP. Once you use DAP, the plant looks as young one and it gives you eye and enough yield. At least you can improve your living standard.
Okay. Which river do you depend most on?
We depend on river Hath. We depend on river Hath, and it's from December, January, February, every year river Hath always have low volume of water. But in our farm we have specialists who have been working with the Department of Trees. We have at least 2. One has been in Manyani, prison where he went through this course of budding trees. One has been working in water in the Department of Forest, so they have that technology. They know about budding of all types of trees. Because the local mangoes are small in size and they don't fetch a lot of money in the market. Now the apple mangoes now are the best quality. They are big enough and some are sweet. And when you are picking the scion, you don't pick scion from any tree. We have some trees which are more healthy. So you pick the one from the tree which is healthy and which the scion should not have any defects or any disease. So you pick the healthy scion. Because you can't pick scion from any tree or any branch. You may pick a scion which has some diseases here, so you will transfer the disease from here to this young plant. So you look for a healthy plant.
Apple mango farming in Kibwezi is like a gold mine. Mr. Kioko advises other farmers to reconsider apple mango farming as opposed to maize farming because 10 mango trees are more valuable than 10 acres of maize.
Once you have 10 trees in your small farm and you maintain them, you will be more better than a farmer who has 10 acres of maize. Maize do not have more profit than the mangoes. So I advise them to increase or to invest in mango farming. Just with them, they have told us what has been damaged, they will pay, but up to now, nothing has been done. Now I want to introduce you to the farming of this type of orange known as figs or tango. It is called figs or tango. It is an improved variety of orange which is very sweet and has high demand in Kenya. Its origin is from a normal lemon tree which was grafted with a scion from sandaline or tangerine, sandara or tangerine. Now from the two trees, now we came up with this sweet type of orange known as figs or tango. Here in Kutch Kibwezi, we have more than 800 trees. Out of these trees, we normally expect around 50 tons. Become a main challenge, as well in this farm and around the area.
Okay. Being the sole producer of dates, let's say in Kenya.
Yeah. For it to produce what is required in the market, it needs water, it needs chemical to protect the fruit from pests and diseases. The plant also needs some fertilizers to boost its production. The planting, it should be spaced so that the plant can have enough space. So from one tree to another and from one line to another, it is almost 12 feet. After total harvesting, you have to prune the tree to supply the tree with the required nutrients to prepare it for the next flowering and the fruiting. So after 1 year, we normally calculate the total harvest for 1 year. That gives us average around 50-55 tons per year.
That's all we had for you today, and hope you've enjoyed and learned more from us. Join me next week, same place, same time, for more educating programs on agribusiness. This is Kilimo High, and I am Mabruka Abbas.